I didn't know what to ask.
No, I said, do you understand? I would say, yeah.
No, I understood parts of it, but not this clear. Now today is like everything is very clear.
Okay. So this is a review basically, but as long as you understand. This is very important because everything else is very easy once you get this. The Mudari also uses a different pattern, but very similar to this. The letters and stuff are different, but it uses the same sort of logic.
On one question, you said on the three harf verbs,
Yeah.
like the sulati, the first two harakat don't change unless you get from the,
Yeah. Well, the first haraka doesn't change.
The second can
The
be
second
changed.
changes based on the
on the-
definition.
Yeah. Is that the same applies to the rubai?
Rubai has its own rule.
So
There also, the thing that changes is, there basically nothing changes. Rubai has one form.
So
So
that's the-
you're much luckier with Rubai because you don't have to worry about dictionary definition. As soon as you know a fi'l is Rubai, you know the form. There's one form. There's no need to check the dictionary.
Can we do, is it possible to do an exercise like this with the reverse?
Yeah, let's do the
Mozart.
majhul for this and mudari for this, and then we can mudari rubai will be very easy. So let's do. So this is all ma'ruf. What we did so far is ma'ruf. Active voice. Anyone can define what ma'ruf is?
yeah, it's the verb.
Who knows what ma'ruf is? Raise your hand if you know what ma'ruf is. Okay. So Kiria, do you know what ma'ruf is? Think about it. So Maya, what does ma'ruf mean? Active. What does active mean? Harif. Oh. Alright. Okay.
Doer of the action is mentioned.
So let's stick to ma'ruf. What does ma'ruf mean? You're doing something. Okay. Anyone else with a more detailed definition?
He doesn't.
It's a direct.
You already said that.
Huh?
What is it?
It's that direct. It's an active. I mean, I'm defining it.
Okay. I guess we know we use it in English, but we don't quite understand how it works, right? The book was read, and
Instead of subject, saying object first.
Okay.
Instead of
So
mentioning
fairly,
subject.
ma'ruf is that? Or
Yeah.
what is ma'ruf?
Instead of mentioning the subject, you go with
Object.
object. Yeah.
Who does this? Subject is the doer.
The subject is the doer of the action.
Okay.
Okay, that's ma'ruf. Let's look at this. Kataba. He wrote. Is it correct? Is that right? He wrote, or should I write they wrote? He wrote is correct, or should I
Yeah.
change it to he wrote?
He's correct.
Because it is past, third person,
Single.
masculine, singular. What if I want to say she wrote? So that's not a pointer. So in kataba, there's an action, that's the action of writing. And who is the subject of the sentence in English? He. And who is this he? The doer of the action, right? The doer of the action. Who does the writing? He. And who is he? He is the subject. Subject and verb. Right? So if you translate it into English, if the subject is the doer of the action, that is ma'ruf. That is ma'ruf. Okay? You get it? It's the doer of the action. This person did the writing. Okay? On the other hand, if you say it was written, it was written, you will use the same root letters, different harakat which you will do, but let's look at the subject here. This is the subject, and this part is the verb, right? The helping verb and then the past participle. But regardless of that, this is the subject. The subject in this sentence, is it the doer of the action?
No.
It's actually the receiver of the action.
Which makes it object in that.
Suppose by it we mean the letter or the book. The book was written. This book, which is the subject of this sentence, is not the same as this subject, because this subject means this subject is the doer of the action. But over here, the subject means the subject received the action. The book was written. Someone wrote it. We don't know who wrote it. We don't know the doer of the action. The subject here is the receiver of the action. So in English, you can do that. In English, you can put the object in place of the subject. Object is the receiver of the action. You can take the receiver and put it in place of the doer. But it doesn't make it the doer. It's still the receiver, right? We just put it in the position of the doer or the subject, and it is called passive, right? This is active, this is passive. See the difference between he wrote the book and the book was written. In this case, the subject is the receiver of the action. Okay? So, for example, if I write A, B, C, I can say I wrote A, B, C, or I can say A, B, C was written. So when I say I wrote A, B, C, the doer of the action is the subject of the sentence. I am the doer of the action. But if I say A, B, C was written, A, B, C was written, there the subject is the receiver of the action, right? The writing happened on A, B, C, or A, B, C was written. So do you get the difference between this that he wrote and the book was written? Everyone gets it?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you know that, then you can do the same in Arabic as well. And I will show you how to do it. It's very easy.
That's al-majhul, right?
And that's called al-majhul. Ma'ruf is where the doer is the subject. Majhul is where the receiver is the subject. So, let's say something else. Let's stick with darba. Lends itself. Oh, no, sorry. Nasara. What does Nasara mean?
To help.
He helped. We want